Hey, what's up you guys? So today I'm going to be laying out the best places for you to go shopping in Korea. These places were some of my favorites when I was living in Seoul. So most of these are located in Seoul, South Korea, but some of them are chain stores, so you might be able to find them elsewhere around Korea. I cannot guarantee, but probably. These places to shop are not going to be in any particular order, but I do want to start with my most favorite to make sure that you all hear it. And my most favorite place to shop was Lotte World Mall, which is at the Jamsil exit of the subways. It is going to be connected inside of the station actually. So if you get off at that station on the subway, you're actually going to end up seeing signs pointing you like directly into the mall. It basically kind of like turns into the mall if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not going to say out loud these subway stops for every single place I tell you guys to shop, but I am going to try my best to put them down here. I'll write out the name of the place and what exit y'all should take to get to at least the location that I know of. Some of these, once again, will be in multiple locations, but Lotte World Mall is one of my favorites. They have so much good stuff. First of all, they got Lotte World amusement park. What is not to love about that? Indoor/outdoor amusement park in a mall. This mall has got so many floors and it has really cool stuff. Like it's got a movie theater, which I definitely suggest seeing a movie in Korea, because first of all, way more reasonably priced than America. And it's just a cool experience. If you see a movie in English, it will have Korean subtitles, but it doesn't distract you too bad. And then they have a bunch of fun restaurants, like they have Hard Rock Cafe there. They also had some favorites you may know and love if you're from America. They got some P.F. Chang's in there. They have On the Border. They have a lot of really cool restaurants there. They do have just a ton of stores. They have like a whole floor of only kids stores, which is kind of cool. There's like a giant bookstore in there. So if you're looking for magazines and stuff, it's a cool place to go. Like CDs and stuff as well. And then they had some cutesy shops like in a Bichu store. And they also had like a Moomin store, but I mean, they have freaking Lotte World. It's just like, for me, it was the most fun mall to shop at. They had the biggest variety. The layout was the best, because some malls in Korea, there's like way too much walking. But this one's laid out really nicely, and just all the malls there are beautiful. Like they all just look so nice. And so I highly, highly, highly suggest you go to this mall. First of all, to check out Lotte World, but also to do some shopping. There's also the Lotte World Aquarium in this mall as well. So all sorts of fun stuff that you guys can check out. Like I went to this mall so many times and it didn't get old. Okay, the next place I suggest that you guys shop is underground shopping. There's going to be underground shopping in a lot of places. Usually it's going to sort of branch off from the subway. There's underground shopping in Myeongdeung. They have a lot of underground shopping there, and just really you're gonna just kind of pop into it from subway exits, or sometimes you'll see something that looks like it's going down into a subway, but instead it'll say like underground shopping or something like that. When you go down there, you're going to find some crazy deals. Literally, I got some sweatshirts and stuff for like, I think like $7 or $8, which is insane. And they're good quality. They have not fallen apart. Underground is also a really good place to find like more souvenir-y things. It's a little bit hard to find souvenir type items in Korea because they're kind of new to being a touristy destination, but down there you're gonna find some really good, like cheaply priced and sort of like in bulk souvenirs. So if you're looking for something for your family, they're gonna sell like bottle openers or keychains or just like things like that, like in bulk. Next, HONGDAE street shopping. So there is a street specifically in HONGDAE that is going to just have literally so much like street shopping. They're gonna have some stuff set up on the streets, but they're also gonna have like little stores that are more, if I am correct in this, like individually owned. So they're not like chains. Some street shops are chains, which I'm gonna mention one of those later, but it's places that you'll notice some of them sell identical clothing. So you'll wanna be a little bit careful, because some places it'll be literally the same shirt for $12 that you can find another one for $9 or things like that. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Like nobody's gonna charge you like $100 for something when you could really buy it for like $7. It's not gonna be like that big of a difference, but I'm not gonna lie, it did get frustrating, like buying something and then 5 minutes later seeing it for $5 less, like gosh darn it. Also, just in general, HONGDAE is an amazing area to be. One of my favorite neighborhoods of Seoul by far. It's got, the nightlife, it's got incredible restaurants, a ton of shopping, like it's got the street shopping that I mentioned, but it also has a ton of like big chain stores. Like you can even find like Forever 21, H&M, things like that. Next is Myeongdong as a whole. Myeongdong is seriously known for shopping. That's going to be a place where you can find a lot of K-pop kind of street vendors. Honestly, K-pop stuff was a little bit harder to find in Korea than I had anticipated, but Myeongdong is definitely the place to look for it. Myeongdong just has some, like, it just has so many stores, like endless stores. You'll find skincare, clothes, everything in Myeongdong. A specific place in Myeongdong that is really great to shop at is the Lotte Young Plaza. This plaza actually has a moonshot little booth, so you can find moonshot makeup, which I really like, and you can also find the YG Entertainment section where you can buy all of your, you know, Big Bang, Blackpink, all those people's merch. They also had a little booth for SM, and I think they had a Produce 101 thing when I was there. So they just have some really great stuff. The department stores there are a little different than ones here. Like department stores here are just kind of a big store with like a clothes section, a shoe section, that kind of stuff. But department stores there are more like a mall with an open floor plan. So it's like a mall, but the stores aren't separated, if that makes sense. So it gets a little confusing about like, what register do I go to? Can I walk away from here with this or not? So just be careful. Don't be walking away from places without checking if you're leaving into like a different section, because they'll probably think you're stealing. But yeah, just so much incredible shopping in Myeongdong. Go there if you're in Korea. It's a very touristy destination, I feel. There's a lot of fun activities there. I went to a wax museum there, so that's something also fun to check out if you're in that area. Times Square. Times Square is was a little tricky to navigate, finding it from the subway exit that we took. We always got lost going there, but we did see a movie at the theaters in Times Square, which was super fun. But Times Square just is a very pretty mall, and it's a very nice layout with some super unique stores that I didn't see at other malls in Korea. And a lot of times you'll kind of see just a bunch of repeat stores, but I guess really that's how it is here too. Most malls have the same kind of stores, but I felt that Times Square had some unique ones, and it also connects you to some pretty cool underground shopping there as well. But there were some really fun stores at Times Square, so I recommend that you check that out. They also have a really big Zara, which is always nice. Next on my list is the KAKAO store. How can you go to Korea and not go to the KAKAO Friends store? You have to check it out. KAKAO is such a big thing in Korea. If you were there, you were probably gonna be using a KAKAO messaging app. Most of you have probably heard of KAKAO, seen KAKAO. The KAKAO Friends, there's Ryan, there's a Peach, I always say it wrong. But there's just a bunch of cute characters, and it's just an adorable store. You're probably gonna buy way more than you intend to buy there, and you know what? It happens to the best of us. But just definitely I suggest going to a KAKAO store. I would personally suggest going to the one in Hongdae because it is a very big KAKAO store. Some of them will be a lot smaller, but this one was one of the bigger ones that I went to. And they have a Ryan cafe up top, which I went to. They have such cute drinks and like really good cookies. The cookies are so good. And just the Ryan cafe is so cute. I went there so many times. Actually met Joan there from Yeongdeungpo, and it was just super awesome. So I definitely suggest that you go to that Hongdae location so you can also check out the cafe while you were there. Next, one of my favorite clothing stores to shop at while I was in Korea is 8 Seconds. You will find 8 Seconds a lot of places, in malls, outside of malls. This is one that I assume you can probably find outside of Seoul. Once again, I cannot guarantee because I didn't really travel much outside of Seoul other than Busan, but honestly, I'm drawing a complete blank on what stores were in Busan, but my guess is you can probably find 8 Seconds a lot of places. It is also a store that you can shop at online. I didn't mention it before, but you can shop at KAKAO Friends online as well if you are not in Korea. In 8 Seconds, I feel that their sizing and everything is really good. And I do want to say that Korean sizing, a lot of times we're taught to like think like, oh, Asian sizing, it's gonna show up like the size of a baby if I order my real size. I think that that's more China, if I'm not mistaken. Because honestly in Korea, I found that everything fit me pretty well. A lot of stores only have one size fits all. 8 Seconds does have sizes, but a lot of the streetwear kind of stores, it'll be one size fits all. I was kind of scared like, oh, nothing's gonna fit me if it's one size fits all. Granted, pants, I had no luck in Korea, but shirts and everything, the sizing was fine. But 8 Seconds is super great. They did a collab with G-Dragon, which is where I first got onto 8 Seconds. I have a ton of his collection from there, and I had actually bought it before I went to Korea. And then when I went to Korea, they had some awesome deals on the G-Dragon stuff that was left over, and just all their other clothes are really cute and fit really well. So I definitely suggest checking out that store. It's a great, like, you know, big Korean brand, so it's kind of neat to check out when you're there. Next on this list is not for clothes. There you go, you're getting one that's not so much clothes centered. ARTBOX. ARTBOX is such a fun place to shop. They just have tons of little knickknacks, like stationery, little kind of like action figure things, stickers, pens, like they have literally everything knickknack you can think of. They have candy, houseware stuff. They just have all sorts of cute stuff at ARTBOX. If you go into ARTBOX, you probably will be there for hours. You probably will buy way too much, and you can find ARTBOX a lot of places throughout Korea. There were some that were multiple stories and bigger than others. But there are also a ton of small locations, like you can find them in Sinchon, Yeongdeungpo, HONGDAE, pretty much everywhere has ARTBOX. Next is another neighborhood in Seoul, just in general, that I suggest you shop at, and that is Gangnam. The Gangnam district has some poppin' shopping. They have some Gangnam style statues as well there, so that's kind of cool. But Gangnam has a lot of, you know, bougie stores because it's sort of the rich area, but they also have a big shopping, you know, district that has normal stores. Like they have Spao, which is another really great store that I suggest you check out. I got a really cute dress from there that I really like. That is another Korean brand. And yeah, just Gangnam in general has incredible shopping, and it's definitely just a place in Seoul to, you know, go to and just say that you've been to, you know? Gangnam style, how can you not go? Next, this one is called Brand Market. I know that they had one in Sinchon for sure near Yonsei University because that is where I went to school, and I definitely spent some money at Brand Market. I got a ton of really cute sweaters that were like so cheap, like $5 or something. Once again, Brand Market is a store that has one size fits all clothing, girl clothing. They have some more girly stuff, and then they also have some more streetwear-esque stuff, but it's just a really cheap kind of place to go get your clothes. It is I don't know if it's like a franchise, but I do believe that I saw a Brand Market in HONGDAE as well, but I know for sure that there's one in Sinchon. And also, if any of these disappear on me and you guys go and you're like, it's not there, I'm sorry, but things are always changing in Korea. They're always popping, stores are always closing and reopening, and so there's no guarantee that these will be in the exact spots, but I would say the malls for sure should be in the exact same spots, because those are just bigger things. They're not just gonna move for no reason. Next is a streetwear store that they did have in Sinchon and HONGDAE for sure. I'm not sure if they had it other places, but it is called Playground. They basically just have a ton of the streetwear stuff, like big sweatshirts, you know, like just really kind of more out there streetwear style for cheap prices. Once again, one size fits all, I believe. I think their pants might have come in sizes, but shirts and stuff are one size fits all. But it's just a pretty big store that sells some really cheap, trendy clothing that are great to check out when you're in Korea. I got me and my boyfriend matching sweatshirts from Playground. Next is Wonder Place, a store that I am obsessed with, a clothing store that I know they have in HONGDAE, was my favorite location. They also have multiple other locations. It was a very popular store, but they sell this sweatshirt that I got, Nasty Kick. They sell a lot of like streetwear stuff. They've kind of got a mixture though, which I liked, of like the more off-brand, this kind of streetwear, trendy stuff that's cheaper, but they also had a ton of like name brand, like Nasty Kick. They had Thrasher, but just, yeah, they have like some name brand kind of streetwear or like skater type brands there that I think you should definitely check out. That was one of my absolute favorite places to shop, one of my big guilty pleasures there, where I spent way too much money on clothes. So definitely check that one out. It was a favorite among me and my friends. Finally on my list is Chu. They sell super cute, pastel-y clothing, I would say, is mostly their aesthetic. They're popular for their strawberry milk design, if maybe you have seen that before or heard of that before. But basically, if you want some like pastel-y kind of like more, I guess, kawaii, I don't know. I guess that's what it would fall under, is that kind of trend of clothing. Then you definitely want to check out Chew. And even if that's not really your thing, I still think it's kind of a cute, you know, Asian store to check out while you are in Asia. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope that this was helpful to you. And if you go to Korea, please let me know if you check out any of these stores. They're super fun. If you're from Korea, let me know if I kind of actually, I'm curious to know, if you're from Korea, let me know if these are popular destinations to shop at, because I'm really curious as to whether like the stuff that like foreigners are like, whoa, this is the place to shop in Korea. Like, is that really the place to shop in Korea? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know places that you guys like to shop in Korea, if you visited there or if you live there, because I really want to know, because I am hoping to go again very soon, and I'm always looking to do some shopping when I'm there. Please give me a thumbs up if this was helpful, or if you want to remember some of these stores. I know that when I see videos like this, I always thumbs them up so that I can go back to them when I go back to Korea, hopefully, so that I know what to check out when I'm there. I hope this was helpful. I hope that if you visit these stores, you find some really cool stuff. Hopefully this video doesn't put too big of a dent in your wallets. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. If you are new here, there will be new fun content that's not about Korea, and new stuffs about Korea every once in a while as well. And just as always, if you have any questions about Korea, let me know in the comments down below. I'll see if I can answer it or see if I want to make a video about it. And I will catch you guys later. Bye.